Alright, so in this video we're looking at Microsoft Syntex again, and if you haven't seen my first video on this, the intro video, that's only a few minutes long, but I'd encourage you to go and look at that one before this. Here we're going to look at a more advanced scenario where we're automating a process end to end. So this is a real world scenario for one of our clients. This is conveying some work that we've done. And really what we're doing here is building an end-to-end automation which has some notifications that are automatically sent out. There's a Power BI dashboard that shows how the process is performing and do some measurements. And very much a real-world scenario. It's a POC that we've built for one of our clients. And really it relates to construction and in particular safety in the construction industry of various pieces of work that get carried out. So what you'll see is that clients of our organization, they submit documents about some work that they're going to carry out. So it's all about subcontracting relationships. Here's how we're going to do the work. Here's how we're going to ensure it's a safe system of work. And our client validates this. Okay, so let's launch into the demo. So here's an example of one of the documents used in this process. This is a RAMS document, Risk Assessment Method Statement, and it describes how the work will take place. And as we look at another, you start to see that there's no consistent format of these documents. Every company gets to choose their own. How the information is presented is completely up to them. And our client has a team of people reading these documents, and what they said is, we're not doing a great job of keeping up with these documents. We receive too many a week. The team is too small. We don't have the capacity to get through them all. And it turns out our subcontractors are not doing a great job of filling out these documents and submitting the detail that we need to ensure safety. How can technology help? So we've got Syntex AI. It's reading the documents as we speak. And now you get to see that it's identified the gaps in the document. So this is how we're using it in this context. We can see exactly what information is present in the document, but also identify the missing pieces. And it follows that if we understand which information is there and which is not, then we can calculate a completeness score, a compliance score, as it were, to help us understand how the quality of that document. But we can take this further. We can automate the emails back to the subcontractor and tell them whether their submission has failed, and if so, which pieces of information we're missing. And as I flick through a couple of these different emails, you see that the bullet points are different, and we're attaching the original submission back and essentially saying, come back and do a better job before this work can proceed. And that's really important to make sure the work can go ahead safely. Now, of course, again, we can do other things. So we can produce some analytics around this. So we know that maybe we've processed 14 reports so far. We've found 54 gaps in information that we should expect to have found. And we can produce something like a leaderboard of the different companies involved in the process, understand who is doing a good job of the process, who maybe needs a helping hand or kind of a piece of encouragement. And that really is helping to drive safety in this process. And what our client told us is, this is ultimately how they intend to use technology, to use AI, to drive increased levels of safety in this process. So in this example, we've used Syntex really to kind of do the first pass of the document, to use AI to understand which information is present and which is missing, automate the process by emailing the subcontractors automatically and making sure that we get a quality submission before the work proceeds. And we've got this analytics piece, the dashboard, which is really helping us monitor the process and understand how well we're doing. So two quite different usages of Syntex there compared to the first video, but really it's all about how you use the ingredients, and hopefully these two videos combined help you see the possibilities.